edition of Dinner with the Girls. Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Yas. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So I'm really excited about today's edition because it's a snack attack.
I love snacks. I love little foods for lunch and like leftovers and things like this.
Right? And it kind of just gets creative.
Yeah.
I like that too. And crackers. Remember when they were like bad? I feel like there was a whole time in my life where I didn't eat crackers for a while.
Yes, I totally get what you're saying. And that's so interesting. We'll build on top of that because you just put that in the past tense for you. Good for you, because I'm in the same boat. But there are many people right now where crackers are bad. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, I think.
Yeah, totally. Fun. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing, what you've got.
Yeah, you want me to start it off here? You want to see what's on my plate?
Yeah, I want to see, what all those goodies are.
All right, here is my snack attack plate of deliciousness. So one by one, I will explain. These are my favorite. Okay. These babies here are these big, thick rice crackers. They're actually made by Lundenberg. I have them here, the thin stackers. Have you seen them before?
I haven't. Oh, no, this is new for me.
Right. So there's a lot of different flavors and I love them because they're organic. And again, they're whole food ingredients. And you get 24 of these in a box. So it's like actually amazing. And you could do a lot with these, Yas. Like, look how big they are.
They look like little, almost like a sandwich size almost.
Yeah, it's a really big square. So as you can see, I have a bit of orange here. And what that is the Green Goddess cream cheese, but in pumpkin spice.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah. And again, I wanted to touch a little bit about vegan cream cheeses. We've talked about this before. Just because it's vegan doesn't mean it's good for you. So right. I don't even know how to say it. It's like the brand name is like Tofudi or Tofetti maybe.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
It is absolute garbage. There's oils and soybean oils and carrot geek. It's a nightmare. So when people are like, oh, I use, this cream cheese or this sour cream, not all created equal. So again, I know going back to Green Goddess, very, very minimal ingredients, not rancid oils, coconut oils, cashews, etc., real spices. So with these crackers, yes, you can do anything with them. So I like to put like a cream cheese kind of spread on them. And then I always top them with microgreens. It's such a nice pairing and an easy way to get in like a whole bunch of new nutrition instead of just that cheese and cracker without, layering it on how I like to do.
Yeah, and it looks pretty. I think that is also a thing.
Right? It looks so pretty. And then turning to the next item here. I always like to pair grapes with my cheese and crackers. Do you like that? Like grapes or apples?
You know what? Again, I haven't eaten grapes in a while. And you know what? That would really add to what I have here. So smart.
And these are in season right now. They're local. They're certified organic, and they're so freaking good. Cracker choice number 2. Girl, I made these.
Oh, wow. They are impressive.
So really simple ingredients. The recipe is coming soon to the TLC Holistic community because I'm just perfecting it. But you would be so surprised. The base is literally almonds, chickpeas, and walnuts. They're vegan. There's lots of flax in there. So really, really good cracker. And then when we continue to rotate, I'll bundle it up here. Here's cracker number 3. Because like when you do like snack attack, don't you love a whole bunch of textures and shapes and like tastes?
Yeah, it can't just be all the exact same.
Yeah. And cracker number 3, I did not make. I wanted to show you cracker number 3. Have you seen these before also?
Oh, I've seen those at Costco actually.
Yeah, they are R.W. Garcia. So as well, they're also gluten-free, as are all the other crackers. They're organic and their ingredients are really, really clean. So really good choices because were you like me? Were you eating like the vegetable thins and the wheat thins and the Triscuits and the cheese nips? Like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep, 100%.
So for me, for a standpoint as a nutritionist, as you mentioned earlier, crackers are usually like you didn't eat them for a long time. Why? Can you tell me before I go into why I choose these crackers? Totally. Why didn't you eat them for a long time?
Totally. So, and I just want to like say, I was, just chatting with some people yesterday, and we were talking about crackers, and they had a dehydrated. I was like, ooh, I want to like try dehydrated crackers. And they're like, we don't eat crackers here. Like, and it's just like, it was such a thing. So I just wanted to like share how funny that is, because that is the attitude, because essentially crackers are a nightmare for trying to lose weight, for, trying to keep your blood sugar even, because most crackers that I grew up with anyways, like the saltines and like all the ones you said, like 100%.
The saltines in your Lipton fluorescent yellow soup.
Right? Like, and you crack them in and, anyways. So it just, there was never a good replacement before. And I think for myself, just to be really honest, now that I'm thinking about it, is like, I was used to those tastes of that kind of cracker that it took me a while to be open to other crackers.
You're absolutely right. And that's a lot of the struggle at the start. And that's why, a lot of people write crackers off, A, because all of those things that they're trying to achieve, B, because they don't know that there's other alternatives out there, or C, they've tried the other alternatives and they're like, this shit's nasty. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Because we know, though, we've talked about this as well, our tastes change over time. So as you start to incorporate things more and have an open mind, this tastes nasty becomes like, this is my favorite treat. And I can speak of that 1,000%, being the junk food junkie. This would have been nasty. I would never have put this in my mouth. So that's, like never, or let alone made this. But anyways, and that's the thing, the crackers you're talking about and the reasons why you were avoiding them, and most people do, it's because they're loaded with processed ingredients. The things that they all have in common, which I'm sure you'll agree, is that enriched wheat flour. We always say that, and people are like, hey, it's wheat. No, again, it's shit. Like, you don't want to ever eat enriched wheat flour.
It's so processed.
So processed. Then there's a cornucopia of vegetable oils. And sometimes you don't even know which one it is. You're reading the back. I'm reading the back a lot of things, you know what I mean, to explain to clients and whatever. And it's like soybean and/or rapeseed and/or cotton oil, sunflower oil may contain. And you're like, how do you not know? They're all bad, but how do you not know?
And it's a good point. I mean, I didn't really think of it, but yeah, good point.
How? Did you know what you put? I know what I put in this. How do you guys not know? Like, and then the chemicals, the natural flavors, which I like to bring it back to you saying, like, it's like it tastes good. The taste is so good in those crackers because it's all the natural flavors. Remember, natural flavor is that umbrella term. Natural flavors can have up to 300 ingredients that they don't have to tell you about, right? Yeah. It's the same thing with fragrance. Fragrance is an umbrella term for up to 300 chemicals. They don't need to tell you. They can just slap on natural flavors about there. And if it came from somewhere natural, then it's okay. But remember, petroleum's natural. Talc is natural. So things that are natural aren't necessarily good.
So true. So
true. Here we are. But we're still eating crackers, me and you, Yas. And the reason is we found crackers with more reputable ingredients and ingredients. I'm going to let you talk about that because you're an expert, but ingredients that we're using with intention that are going to help in terms of when people are trying to lose weight and, deal with blood sugar issues. You're the expert on that. So I'm going to wrap it up because I'm hungry. Obviously, we know the rest of the cheese on my plate is Green Goddess. I got some marble. I got some apricot Stilton. This is Green Goddess cheese, in case some of you guys still don't know. Beautiful artisan vegan cheese. The shit is bananas. Like, this is a new one, garlic and fennel. Like, you're telling me this doesn't look like cheese?
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing.
So I now have my nibbly plate with all whole food ingredients, organic for me, vegan for me, none of the shit. And that makes me feel good. And my message is always the same. Don't give up foods. Find another way to consume them. And if you can't do that on your own, that's okay. It's not your job. Enlist in somebody who can help you literally have your cheese and crackers and eat it too and support this bod.
I love that. Amazing.
Can you talk about your beautiful plate? Because your plate is like literally artwork, and then just fill us in.
We'll just like get real close, right? So yeah, I just have to stop and say that, you know, I love crackers and cheese and just crackers, and I used to love crackers and butter and, you know, crackers. So definitely now when I eat crackers, I try to be, like you say, really intentional and change the ingredients so that now if I want to break my fast with cheese and crackers, which is such an emotional thing because my patients will tell me, oh, you know, I fell off track and I, you know, had cheese and crackers. Well, now you can have cheese and crackers and not fall off track and feel great, because the whole food ingredients, the avoiding the chemicals, you know, having more fiber, you know, playing with the toppings, you can really have something that works for your body, nourishes you, helps you feel good, you know, even out your blood sugar and help you lose weight. So I'll go over just what I have, because I also have 2 different crackers. Right. So I'll go over the ones that I bought, because, you know, sometimes you just want to buy some crackers. You just want to, you know, like, you don't always want to just cook them. So I got a classic Mary's crackers. I think a lot of people, you know, have tried these over the years. And I remember the first time I tried them, I was like, bah.
I hated them. I thought they were so disgusting. I was like, get this away from me.
Right.
Not now.
So, and I have to say, over the years, you know, they've gotten better. So if you haven't tried them in a while, give them a try again. But really, these are not going to replace saltines. You're not going to sit here and snack on a whole bunch of these, because like they just don't taste good enough for that.
Right, because they don't have all the crap in them, though. Exactly. They don't have these natural flavors that are making you addicted. It's real food.
Exactly. Like, that's the thing. You know, when you sit down and eat a whole box of crackers, like, and all of a sudden it's gone and you don't even realize it, that's because they manipulated you with the chemicals. So, amen.
Amen. I just said that under my breath. Amen.
Right. So you won't be manipulated with these. And so therefore, I think it's a really good idea to use these to transport more flavor. So like what I've got here on the Mary's is I've got some roasted garlic hummus. Ooh, there we go. And some avocado and a little piece of tomato and some basil and some green onion. And this is just like salad stuff that I had on hand.
Yes, you were like the master entertainer, Martha Stewart. Like,
I know, I was really impressed. Wow. So, you know, and then this is another Mary's cracker that basically has the same veggie toppings, but it has, oh my gosh, the most amazing cheese that I found. It's like it's a vegan cheese. Have you ever seen this brand?
No, I honestly haven't. Fill me in.
Oh, okay, cool. So, you know, in my area where I live in Wasaga Beach, I'm not as close to where you can get the Green Goddess cheese, which I would hands down get. But this one, holy. So it also comes like a block, kind of like the Green Goddess a little bit. And it is cashew based. Okay. And this one is a big smoke, applewood smoked, really good ingredients. There actually wasn't anything in here that was concerning. And wow, it tastes so good. Like, this is what it looks like spread on. It's like, you know, it's got a yellow, like kind of cheesy look.
Yeah.
The flavor is amazing. So I topped it again with, you know, some of the tomatoes and basil and, you know, all the little flavors. And then the other thing that I used, so I used 3 spreads. So one was hummus, then, you know, this cheese one. And then I found this, it's like a vegan butter. Again, really deep, like good ingredients, like made with coconut oil and cashews. So it's like, you know, very, very healthy. And it's Miyoko's Creamery.
So I've heard of that brand. I've never tried this product.
Ah, okay. Well, you know what? I kind of wanted to just show it. I mean, I bought all this myself. I don't know these companies, but I'm just sharing like cool things. So when you take it out of the package, it looks like the old butter kind of package.
Yeah, wrapped the exact same.
Right. And even with the same marking. So like anybody who's trying to get off of dairy, I mean, there's options. And so when it's on the cracker, so it's a vegan butter, you know, again, it looks, you know, like a butter. And what I did was I took some of my mom's homemade peach jam and put it on top.
I love that. You know, what was my biggest comfort? Now that you show that, it's like it just flooded back to me. Remember those like water wafers? They were like either circle or they were actually a big square like this. They were literally called water crackers, and they were just so buttery and like whatever. I would eat, no joke. They would come in like just a wrapper. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like in a box. It was in a wrapper. And once you opened it, it's like, yeah, to eat the whole thing. But there was probably like, honest to God, like at least 20 in there. I would eat the whole thing with not even butter. I wish it was butter. That would have made it better. Like margarine.
Margarine. I knew it.
The whole entire thing. I'd get that spreader knife out. I'd go in front of the TV. And before I knew it, it was gone. So I'm definitely going to look into that. Thank you for sharing that, because that on top of this, again, with, I have a hair, don't worry. It's just me here. It's just my hair. With some sort of compote as well, the jam to bring that sweetness, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's so satisfying. So like for this plate, it's mostly, you know, savory. And then I've got a little, you know, sweet for, because this is going to be my lunch. So, and I forgot that I made crackers. So before I'm done,
let me see.
I made some crackers. So they're all seed crackers made with spelt flour, even sprouted. And there is some buttermilk in it. It is, you know, grass fed, but I'm looking to get that figured out and changed.
Can you send me the recipe? And then I'm going to make it with a vegan buttermilk and then tell you how it turns out. And if it turns out, once I develop it properly, I'll send it back to you.
Okay, absolutely. I will do that because they're so good. So it's like, you know, this yummy, because I put a little bit of raisins in it, chopped up. Oh, it's just so yummy. And when you have it with the toppings, it's delightful. And honestly, it's extremely easy to make these crackers or, you know, crackers like this.
Yeah.
And look. Oh,
I know. It's stunning.
Fun.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Wow. I learned so many different products from you. So it's kind of cool that we're able to do this connected, but still, you know, far away from one another, because we get to see different products in our areas, which just goes to show you products are available everywhere. Again, it's just having the knowledge of knowing what should be in our food and what shouldn't be in our food. That's the tricky part. And once we're past that, you know, once we're getting help with that or whatever, I mean, I do really say the world's our oyster in terms of finding those gems, those pearls.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And you can have that joy in food where you really look forward to eating it and consuming it, and then you feel good afterwards.
And that's so important, again, because coming from someone, we've talked about my dairy, like coming from somebody who would literally eat a block of like Black Diamond or Cracker Barrel, whatever, those long cheese, like skinny cheeses, in like over 2 days, and feel horrendous and know that all of my problems sprouted from there, but not knowing at the time. Dude, you like when those used to go on, they'd go on for $4.44. I remember they would go on in like the flyers for $4.44, and I would go out. It's ridiculous. I would literally go out and spend like half my paycheck on cheese and stock up like the downstairs of the garage fridge, and that's how much cheese we ate. And then I lost that for a while, and that was really hard for me. And now that I have that back, and not only do I have it back in terms of just having that comfort, but I have it back in terms of this supporting my body, my blood sugar, my microbiome, inflammation, all of these things. That feels amazing. Like everybody can have this.
Yes, totally. I agree. Fun. Ooh, I can't wait to eat this now.
I know. We're talking so much today because the cheese and crackers are just so excited. So,
yes.
Okay. But what about next week? I'm already thinking ahead. You know me. I'm already thinking about the next meal. Like, what's on your mind? What do you think? Like,
well, you know, I was thinking about like our snack attack thing today, which, you know, I think we got to keep doing. We got to keep covering snacks.
Me too. Okay, I'm in. I'm totally in.
Okay. But Sometimes we did this is we would have at my house dessert for dinner.
Life's short. You have to eat the dessert first sometimes.
Right? So let's do dessert.
Oh my God, yes, I'm totally in. So dessert for dinner. Let's not tell each other what we're going to do. I need time to think. There's so many different desserts. And like, let's just show up with our dessert and eat it for dinner.
Amazing. Fun. Okay.
Oh my God. All right. Well, thank you always for meeting and sharing a meal with me and sharing your knowledge with me. I love this.
Too. So fun.
Okay. Well, until next week, I'm going to go devour the snack attack plate and dream about desserts.
All right. See you later.
Okay. Bye.